Hey y'all, it is May the 31st, 2020, 2023. And real briefly, I wanted to jump on. I mean, as you can tell, it's dark outside. Where does the time go? Where does the time go? It slips away very fast. I'm keeping myself busy, making appointments, handling business, going out and checking out people, checking out my CrossFit fam, right? And real quick, I just want to say I'm getting stronger and faster and progressing every day, Lord willing. I keep going down that track, all right? I'm making progress, all right? As far as the physical status update. But I'll talk more about that later. I just wanted to talk about two things. First of all, we're on InfoWarsStore.com. It's back, X3, and I actually need to get X3. It's 25% off. I gotta get it. I'm waiting on my last package, but that's because I'm not the one who checks the mail and stuff. I gotta figure out, okay, is the package here or not? Waiting on my last InfoWars store package, but I'm still gonna be out of X3 here pretty soon. Want to stay up on iodine. They got all sort of stuff, man, on sale. Turbo Force. I already got Turbo Force coming in my package. I already got Turbo Force at the crib. I am, I'm not going to be too long winded about it, but you only need one scoop of Turbo Force during the day and you're going to kick some ass. But I don't want to get too much in the weeds. Of course, this very nice toothpaste, turmeric toothpaste. Have you ever heard of that? That's pretty damn sweet. What else they got? Alex Jones for president, and so on and so forth. Deals. They got weekly deals and stuff, man. You might want to check them out. But I only wanted to talk about a couple of things real briefly because I don't have that much time. All right, first thing I want to address. And these are both things that Alex Jones talked about and Owen Schroyer on today's broadcast. If you want to check it out. All right, it's available on all sort of platforms that are into free speech and stuff like that. You can download the podcast and everything. But two things that were addressed only recently on the Alex Jones show, and I wanted to talk about them real quick. Number one is they're setting up an FF, if you know what I mean, a false F, if you feel what I'm saying, an F flag, if you feel what I'm saying. All right, of course, they're setting one up. And it has a lot to do, at least one of their FFs has a lot to do with white supremes. All right, these alleged white supremes running all around America. It's not real. It's not really real. There's some white supremes probably that I've never met. All right, but when they say white supremes, they're just talking about somebody who would vote for Donald Trump, basically. Instead, it doesn't matter what your color is. Doesn't matter what you are. You're a white supreme. And what they're doing is they're setting it up. They're telegraphing it that white supreme is going to mess around and take out the power grid somewhere, right, and hack into the system. They're going to do it with the help of Russians, all right? They're going to be colluding. I swear, all right? That's why I bring it up. That's what Alex Jones, he said it. He's been saying it for a long time. And, I'm not just believing Alex Jones because you could see Joe Biden stumbling and mumbling and stuff about some white supremes and they might collude with Russians and take down power systems. It's not the only one saying it, all right? And I would predict that, of course, they're going to take out like a little piece of the grid, say, oh, a white supreme did it, you're supposed to believe it, all right? And so some people are going to die. There's going to be some calamity and stuff, but then they're going to throw it back on. Much like Alex Jones said, throw it back on and say, oh, we fixed it and stuff. The white supremes, we caught some white supremes and they sure did do it, and we sure did predict that they were going to do it, but we couldn't stop them. But we got them now. We caught them, and now we took the internet down, but we fixed it, and now you got a new internet. All right, that's how it's going to go. If you believe it, let's see how many people believe it. All right, but I'm talking about it preemptively before it ever happened. And that's why it kind of reminds me of this video that I made the other day while I was in the hospital, and I was talking about white people. Oh, white people this, white people that. Oh, they're the demons, they're the devils. Blanco Diablo and everything else, dude. These people, white people are the worst, and all these white people, white supreme crime has gone through the roof, and it's like the most major crime that ever happens in America is white supreme crime, and they're taking over and stuff, man. They're colluding with Russians and all this, right? It's not real, obviously. It's not even close to real. It's some fantasy bull stuff, all right? Ultimate Bone Broth. I got that coming in the package too. I spent big money on this package that's coming in. Got Ultimate Bone Broth coming in. I got a re-up of Turbo Force coming in. I don't have iodine, but I had to get some of that iodine. Turbo Force will get you right, all right? If you didn't know, you're out here messing around with these energy drinks out here. Not only that, you're spending $2 plus maybe $3 for each energy drink you buy at the convenience store or something like that. Forget that, you get Turbo Force and turn it up a notch. Alright, so I wanted to bring that up. It's all about this lie that they're telling. Preemptively, I want to say white people are amazing, right? And everybody else is amazing. But white people amazing, right? And I love them. And of course, they're going to get demonized and all that. It's terrible, right? It's not real. It's a complete lie. And these people are heinous. They don't care that people's lives are on the line. They don't care that they're going to kill people in order to get their agenda across. They don't care about none of that. All right, so the second thing that I wanted to talk about, and a lot of people are actually talking about it very recently, and I don't know. I'm not the one to look into this necessarily. It sparks my interest kind of, but I'm not going to be diving headlong into it, all right? A lot of people talking about, and Alex Jones also talked about Jamie Foxx. You know who I'm talking about, the actor, singer, uh, all sort of stuff. He's a good dancer, and he's just really funny, all right? Jamie Foxx. I wanted to point out something I was thinking about before I cut on the video is, you already know me, I was in the hospital. A lot of y'all know I was in the hospital. And damn, dude, I remember like them talking about Jamie Foxx and oh, he went to the hospital. And it's like, dude, okay, so while Jamie Foxx went to the hospital and everybody's speculating, nobody knows what the heck's going on. I recover from an emergency surgery. All right, days and days go by before I can go into my second surgery, which is open heart surgery. A fairly complicated one. And so I get the open heart surgery, recover from that, come home from the hospital. I've been home from the hospital for over a week now, and Jamie Foxx still in the hospital. And you're telling me Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital? All right, for all the speculation, you got Mike Tyson coming out and saying like, do you think it's a blood clot to the brain or some sort of stroke? People are speculating now, even more speculating he's still in the hospital. All right, so I don't know. I have no idea about the situation, but if everybody's going to speculate, let me do a little speculating as well. And I tend to kind of like lean towards Alex Jones. Before Alex Jones said it, it's like, okay, I can imagine a situation where Jamie Foxx takes one of these pokes, all right, one of these safe and effective pokes. He falls out, has a bad experience, and all while this is happening, everything gets covered up. Yeah, it leaks out and stuff. Yeah, people murmur. Yeah, everybody's speculating. But they keep it real hush hush. Jamie Foxx still in the hospital? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, so they keep it real hush hush. No, it couldn't have been a stroke or nothing like that. No, it had nothing to do with anything safe and effective being pumped in him. All right, you can imagine a situation in which, see, if something got poked into you and immediately you had some sort of crazy reaction, immediately in your head you're going to tell everybody. You're going to tell the doctors, you're going to tell everybody if you can tell them. You ever say, I got this thing pumped into me and something real bad happened? All right, but you can also imagine a situation in which a manager or managers or handlers, whatever you want to call them, say, oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't talk about that. Jamie, don't talk about it. You probably can't even talk. But don't even write it down. Don't tell nobody about, oh, this and that, because if you were to just go running your mouth or whatever, if you were to talk about it, talk about this bad experience you had, well, that might compromise your whole career. That's what they'll say. That might compromise your whole career. And that'll compromise our gravy train that we got because you're so talented and you make all this money that we skim off your money. And you can, compromise our money if you go ahead and say it was a safe and effective poke you got. You shouldn't say that. We don't know that. You're just guessing, Jamie. You're just guessing. So don't say that. You can ruin your career. You can ruin our gravy train and everything else. All right. So I don't know. I'm just speculating. I have no idea what's gone down, but I do want to draw everybody's attention back to some. I know it might not be important to everybody. It's important to me. Way back when, there was a man, a rapper by the name of DMX, and ever since DMX died, not one of his rapper friends or buddies ever speculated nothing. Oh, they're paying tribute to him and stuff, and God bless him. They're probably giving his family money, and God bless it. I'm not hating on that. I'm saying none of y'all speculate for nothing. But meanwhile, I remember back then when DMX got deleted, or DMX just died. Okay, I remember one of his family members allegedly leaking out, oh, he just got that safe and effective poke. All right? And it's just one family member, like, might have came out on TMZ or something. And then it got, like, buried. And it got buried amongst, people wishing his family well and everything, but it also got buried amongst so untold amount of people saying, okay, it's official, DMX died from smoking crack. It was a crack overdose. He's a crack fiend, and we should have known, and that's how he died. And it's just sealed shut. That's exactly what happened, and there's nobody questioning it. I question it. I've questioned it from the very beginning. All right? To me, he's not show signs of being on crack. All right? And you say he's on crack. Let's say, hypothetically, he did smoke some crack. How the F do you know that he overdosed on it? I really want to know the details. All right? He'd smoked crack before, right? It's not his first rodeo. I don't think he was smoking crack. I don't think so at all. I think that the managers and whatever handlers might have been on that gravy train for DMX. I think that it was in their best interest to say he's a crack fiend, he died smoking crack. All right, because later on, when one of his managers came out and said, no, DMX never ever got a poke and a safe and effective poke. He never ever got one. He never ever did. All right, my questions just keep coming. I don't want to make this a long video, but okay. Why exactly would you know for a fact whether or not DMX took a poke? All right, does he run off to his manager and tell his manager everything he does before he does it? All right, as a manager, were you so concerned that you dived into the matter and you found out whether or not he got a safe and effective poke? Because he allegedly had a cousin saying that he got a poke. But you're over here because you're gravy train. Oh, you don't want to stop the gravy train because even after he's dead, you're still on his gravy train. That's how important he is to you. But also it seems like you're very incurious. You're very quick to write off DMX as a crack fiend. And you'll never, oh, there's no way he possibly took a poke. Why wouldn't he take a poke? Isn't that like what a responsible person would do? Alright, but it's reminiscent of Jamie Foxx right now in the same way as you'll have people saying, oh, don't tell anybody. Just whatever you do, don't tell anybody that you did this. Alright? So anyways, it's May the 31st, 2020. 2023. The next time I talk to y'all, it'll be LGBTQ orgy month, Pride Bonanza, all right? So I'll holla at y'all on the other side.